Howdy everyone, Pocher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're doing the Hero Spotlight for Belladonna, the Healer of the Witches Coven, the newest faction introduced to the game. So we're going to go over her stats, her abilities, what they look like in Arena, and how this faction is potentially going to be used, because even with one healer, a dark healer, there is some pretty crazy stuff going on with this character. So we'll jump into it, go over everything, and go from there. Jumping into her stats at 7 stars, she comes in with 2.9 million hit points. Speed is 239, armor 22k, magic damage resistance 37k, basic damage 317k, critical hit chance 38, which I say it every time, but healers always have such high crit chance for some reason. Crit damage 464k. So decent stats. We'll go over the more specific things. If you want to have a look at anything, feel free to stop it. These are in-depth stats, so do what you will with those. And now we'll jump into the arena, look at her abilities, the animations, and how you are potentially going to use this powerful healer. Jumping into the arena, we have Belladonna's basic attack, Slap in the Face, triggers the healer class mark, damages one target. Has a 100% chance to cast a debuff on that target that slows their ability to heal by 50% for 3 turns. Has a 20% chance per allied witch or dark hero to cast an extra debuff on 2 random targets. So there is a lot of healing negation on this ability, and it's not a basic attack. It's almost a special ability because it does a fair amount. You're probably going to be using her on a full dark team at the very least. We don't know how powerful the witches are going to be at the moment, but we've got one character, and with the ability to be paired with dark heroes, it makes her quite versatile. So we'll go ahead and look at the animation of the ability. As we can see, there is a debuff on these characters at the moment, but we'll go ahead, cast, and as you can see, now there's 2 dots on 3 of the 4 targets. That is the debuff icon for the healing decrease, not negation, it's a healing decrease. So fairly powerful for a basic ability, fairly powerful. So it's good there is a healer out there that the dark side can utilize, and yeah, pretty good basic ability. Moving on to her second ability, or first special, we have Pixie Ring. Has a 20% chance per allied witch or dark hero to remove all debuffs that affect healing and resurrection from allies, and to remove all dot effects. Heals allied witches and dark heroes by 50% of their max HP. Other allies will be healed half the amount. Casts 3 buffs on allied witches and dark heroes, giving them a 100% chance to dodge. Each dodge removes 1 buff. So it's a strong ability. We'll go ahead and look at the animations real quick. Okay, pretty straightforward. There's the chance to dodge 3 times. Just from her first 2 abilities, her basic and her first special, I'm classing her as a top tier healer. Her versatility to be used with dark heroes, her ability to remove healing negation and healing or resurrections from your allies. She can heal a decent amount. 50% HP is not something to laugh at. And dodging as well. Not only are you healing your allies, you're giving them a bit of life, a bit of movement after the heal. They can avoid 3 abilities or 3 attacks. She's strong. She's really strong. It's good. Dark side of the game needs decent healers. I'm not saying they have horrible healers, but and you're comparing it to the light side. I mean, you've got Karana, you've got Lucky, you've got Sacrif, but she kind of just feels like a bit of every single one of them at the moment. So yeah, she is not something to laugh at. Moving on to her final ability, we have Reanimation. applies the tank class mark. We'll go over that right now. The class mark, when triggered by a tank, gives the tank 12% shield of their max HP. The ability itself casts 3 heal over time buffs on living allies. At the start of their turn, these allies will regain 5% of their max HP per buff. Each turn removes 1 buff. Resurrects a random ally. Witches and dark heroes are resurrected with 40% of their max HP. Other allies half that amount. Cast a buff on a resurrected ally that doesn't allow their HP to drop below 1 for 2 turns or until they take 7 hits. So a resurrect, a protection. They're not going to drop. They're not going to die instantly. They are going to have a hot on them as well. Oh, she's just a bunch of heroes combined. And like I said, she is strong. The tank mark as well. Nice little touch. Yeah. Her healing is ridiculous. She can resurrect as well, which is, again, not something we have on the dark side. I mean, we have Zart, but again, his resurrections die after 2 turns. We have Rokdan. Is that the Gadan? Whatever the orc healer is. He can resurrect, but again, they die after a certain amount of turns unless you can remove the debuff. But Belladonna is the first dark hero that can resurrect with no restriction. Her resurrections aren't dying after 2 turns. In fact, they're just resurrected and protected. So, very powerful resurrection ability. Can only do 1 ally though. So when you compare it to Karana, who can do up to 2, Lucky can do 1 as well. Actually, I think Karana might be the only character that can permanently resurrect 2 heroes. Just the thoughts that go through my mind when I'm talking about these. There's so much to remember. But there you go. We'll have a look at the animation now. Alright, so pretty similar to the first special ability, except has a little bit of an extra glow at the end. So there you go. There is her last ability. Now we'll move on to her passive. Finally, we have Belladonna's passive Herbal Healer Call. At the start of her turn, has a 20% chance per allied witch or dark hero to cast a buff on a hero with the lowest HP that restores 230% HP from the damage done. So you cast it on an ally. When they deal damage, they will heal for 230% of that damage. Each time an enemy heals, they lose 4 random buffs. Each time an enemy is resurrected, all allied witches get a shield. Okay, I'm glad that's allied witches and not dark heroes as well. All allied witches get shield worth 100% of their max HP. Other allies get a shield worth half that amount. The effectiveness of Belladonna's healing increases by 12% per allied witch. So I don't know if that counts for her hots, because those 5% hots might heal a fair amount when increased by 12% per allied witch. Okay, so her passive is more around witches than dark heroes as well. There is a section that has dark heroes, but mainly around the witches. The resurrection, being able to remove buffs, 4 buffs. That's pretty good. No, not even resurrected. Each time an enemy is healed, they lose 4 random buffs. That's massive. Such a strong hero. I'm just putting her top tier. My god. Healing is so powerful in this game. Every team you build has an element of healing. Dragonkin has Karana, who gets increased initiative bar when he hits, so healing a lot. You've got Lucky healing a lot. Azariel heals. I mean, every time there's a bit of healing, she heals. The orcs, what do they heal off? I think, is it only the healer that can heal? I don't know if Lascari can heal off the top of my head. Yeah, I mean, healing is just everywhere. So, I'm almost scared with this character. She might be a counter to everything. I'd be worried about people using her on a full bug squad with the Irizit lead. Because, I mean, shielding along with damage reduction from Irizit, you know, they can only deal 5% or whatever it is per hit for 10 hits. Then you've got the Resurrect. You got the Hot. Oh my god. Oh, this is scary. I don't know what to expect when she comes out. You'd think, hey, maybe we can counter her with an anti-healing team, which is impossible because she can remove anti-healing from her characters, her friends. Maybe you're like, you know what, let's eliminate some characters by putting an anti-res on them, which could work. You have to work it around the ability, though. You have to kill them before she can remove that debuff. Her kit is insane. Oh, that is Belladonna. We have to wait and see where people will be able to use her, where they will be able to... Oh, she's going to be used everywhere, I think. Sorry, I'm going on about it, but she'll be able to be used everywhere. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability and wherever you're around the world. Until next time, please take care of yourself.